going on, guys? Orm's Forum coming at you guys again today. Today I'm going to be continuing my series with grading the Detroit Lions roster by depth and position. And today I'm going to be doing the middle linebackers. I'm going to break it down just for the middle linebackers today. I'm not going to include the outside linebackers, even though some of these guys can play in and out. We've got some versatility there. These are mainly going to be the guys that will be playing, lining up in the middle, manning that middle, Mike linebackers, pretty much, lining right behind those DTs, on the inside. Lions will be running a 3-4 mostly, so these guys are mainly 3-4 inside linebackers with some versatility. They're able to line up inside, outside. But these are the guys that I think they're just going to be mainly inside. One's Jamie Collins, two is Alex Anzalone, three is Jelani Tavai, four is Sean Dion Hamilton, and the fifth guy, Anthony Pittman. Then you got the sixth guy, Derek Barnes, the rookie out of Purdue. Now, I'm going to go from worst to first, in my opinion, and I'm going to start off with Anthony Pittman. 6'3", 240, Wayne State, Michigan. He's a Wayne State Warrior, 25 years old. Had 181 tackles, 31 and a half tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 1 pick, 3 pass deflects, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery in 4 years at Wayne State. Undrafted free agent of 2019. We picked him up from the state of Michigan, played college in the state of Michigan, and now he's playing for his home team, hometown Detroit Lions. He's homegrown. He's a homegrown kid. Now it's a kid that has 1 tackle as a Lion since 2019. So he's a practice squad guy, and he's maybe dressed for a couple of games. I don't really know, but he only has 1 tackle as a Lion. Special teamer, practice squad guy. Has a little bit of pass rush in him. That's what he did in college. That's why I kind of like to look at college tape. He's not going to be a cover linebacker. He did gain around 15 to 20 pounds since his college days. He was about 224 when he played at Wayne State, and now he's about 235. He's about 235, 240. He's a little bit up there, so he's gained 15, 20 pounds as a professional. And but he's going to be a guy that might be another practice squad guy, but it's going to be a guy that's going to have a shot because this linebacking core is just not that good. That he's going to need to show out in practice, preseason, and training camp coming up in about a month. Now the second guy is Sean Dion Hamilton out of Alabama Crimson Tide. 6 foot, 235, smaller guy, height-wise anyways, right? 235, not the biggest either. 25 years old. He was a 6th round draft pick in 2018 by the Washington football team. 134 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, 2 picks, 4 pass deflects, 2 fumble recoveries, 4 year as Alabama Crimson Tide. Then he got drafted, then he came into the NFL, has 97 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits, 1 interception, 2 pass deflects, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 fumble recovery, 2 forced fumbles, 2.5 sacks, 3 years. He has started 7 games as a Washington football team player, and in 3 years. This kid was actually considered one of the best linebackers in the SEC at one time, and he suffered all kinds of injuries. He had a tore ACL, a fractured kneecap in 2 different seasons back to back. Reasons why he probably slipped in the draft. He was paired up with Reuben Foster back. If you guys know who Reuben Foster is, those 2 guys were 2 Alabama studs, and both have suffered severe injuries over their careers. Now, he came into Washington. He's a 3-4 inside linebacker with good instincts, plays tougher and bigger than he really is. He's a smart player. His football intellect is through the roof, though, and he's a leader. He just needs to be a little bit more aggressive on his tackling, though. He lets the play come to him a little bit too much because he had a ton of talent at Alabama, and he's kind of done that in the pros as well. But he's getting better now. He has stayed healthy as a pro. He might carve out a role in this Detroit linebacking unit that I think is suspect to begin with. So he's the guy to keep your eye on. Now the next 4 guys I'm going to be talking about are probably going to be the guys getting the most playing time on the field, who I personally think will, but there's going to be some competition with Hamilton and Pittman. So Derek Barnes, number 4, fourth round guy that we picked up out of Purdue. 6'1", 240 pounds, 22 years old, played in the Big Ten. 317 tackles, 33 tackles for loss, 10.5 sacks, 5 QB hits, 1 forced fumble, 1 pick, and 3 pass deflects in 4 years as a Boilermaker. He's a versatile linebacker. He's played along the line, on the edge, outside linebacker as well, and inside linebacker. Good speed, strong at the point of attack, timely blitzer. He can time snaps. He's a very smart football player. He's a throwback kind of player. He's tough. Dan Campbell, our head coach, is saying that he's going to be strictly our Mike linebacker. So we've got to go with what the coach says right now. More of a 2-down linebacker, in my opinion. He's going to be a run stuffer and a pass rusher. He can get into the backfield, cause disruption with the quarterback and the running backs. I personally think he was underdeveloped at Purdue, just because he was always on the line. Didn't really stay put at one position, but he's smart enough. So I think he's going to excel in the pros. But I certainly think he's a 2-down linebacker. I think he might be a project right away, but I think he'll be used on passing downs, chasing down quarterbacks, and playing the run. I just think he's that player right now, and I think he's going to get better down the stretch, hopefully. Now, number 3 guy, Jelani Tavai, 6'2", 240 pounds. He's lost about 10, 15 pounds, they say. So he's about 235, 240, whatever he is. He's a Hawaii Rainbow Warrior, 24 years old, 390 tackles, 41 tackles for loss, 16.5 sacks, 2 picks, 5 pass deflects, 3 fumble recoveries, 3 forced fumbles, 4 years at Hawaii. Comes into the NFL. Was a guy that nobody really knew who he was. When he was drafted in the 2nd round by Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, it was a gong show. Nobody really knew who this kid was. They had no tape on him for the NFL draft. It was just kind of like, who is this kid? He came in as a rookie. So far, he's got 116 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 4 quarterback hits, 2 sacks, 1 fumble recovery, 2 pass deflects, 3 forced fumbles, a pick in 2 years as a pro. Now, he's a throwback kind of linebacker, run stuffer, got a little bit of pass rush ability to him. Came to Detroit, and like I said, nobody knew who this guy really was, man, including myself. So he showed some flashes as a rookie a little bit. You kind of seen a little bit there, and then he just disappeared in year 2. Now it's year 3. Was it the Matt Patricia scheme? Was it Tavai himself? To be continued. We don't really know until this year. He's lost a ton of weight. He plans on losing, I guess, a few more pounds. I think he wants to play at about 235 or 230. And he's looked, I guess, a little bit quicker in OTAs and the mini camp. So that's a bonus, I guess. The jury's still going to be out. I'm not too sure, but he's literally our number. I personally think he's the number 3 guy. He's going to get a lot of playing time. Now, number 2 is a guy that we brought over from the New Orleans Saints, Alex Anzalone, as a free agent. 6'3", 241 pounds, big kid. Florida Gator, playing the SEC. 26, pretty young. 75 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 2 pass deflects, 1 fumble recovery in 4 years at Florida. He was drafted in the 3rd round, even with those bad numbers, in 2017 by the New Orleans Saints. He's a kid that kind of like showed up at the Senior Bowl and played really well. Proved in his pass coverage, improved in a lot of aspects of being a linebacker, and he got himself recognized, and he shot up draft boards. He was a guy that was probably going to go in the 6th, 7th round, but he had that. He was a 4 or 5 star recruit coming into college, and then he just injuries. Injuries is what killed this guy. Riddled, shoulder problems, broken arm, etc., etc. He's been through it all. Now, coming out of college, he was only a run defender. That's kind of really his game. He kind of got lost in coverage as a college player, but he's got a high motor. He had good range, solid tackler, versatile leader. He's played inside and outside. He came in as a rookie as an New Orleans Saint, won an outside linebacker spot. Then they moved him to middle linebacker, back to outside, back and forth, the middle linebacker out. So he's got some versatility there, which you like to see, but he's not durable. He's been hurt in the pros too as well, shoulders. But he did impress. He's had 123 tackles as a pro, 8 tackles for loss, 8 QB hits, 4 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 3 pass deflects in 4 years as a Saint. Like I said, he's played inside and outside as a professional athlete, so been hurt. Only started 20 games in 4 years. I really don't know what this kid is. Really, I really don't know what he's going to be. I think he's going to start with Jamie Collins, though. I actually do. He's going to get every opportunity too. So I don't know if he's a cover linebacker. I don't know if this guy's a run stuffer, a blitzer. He kind of does a little bit of it all. A 2-downer, a 3-down linebacker. I think he's a jack of all trades, master of none. You know, he's good in some areas, bad in the others. Just he hasn't mastered quite the position. He's going to be a guy that I think is basically going to start. That's my feel. So who knows? Jelani Tavai is really his only. Jelani Tavai and I think Derek Barnes are his only threat for starting. So I think he's going to be the number 2 linebacker on this, in the middle, anyways. The number 2 middle linebacker. So then the number 1, it leaves Jamie Collins, the old man, 31 years old, 6'3", 255, Southern Mississippi Golden Eagle. Second round draft pick 2013 as a New England Patriot. The Patriots took him. 314 tackles, 45 tackles for loss, 21 sacks, 3 picks, 2 touchdowns, defensive touchdowns, 15 pass deflects, 3 fumble recoveries, 6 forced fumbles in 4 years at Southern Miss. Playmaker, that's why he got drafted in the second round. He's came into the NFL. He's been in the NFL for 8 years, going on his 9th. 676 tackles, 60 tackles for loss, 50 quarterback hits, 25.5 sacks, 7 fumble recoveries, 19 forced fumbles, 36 pass deflects, 11 interceptions, 2 defensive touchdowns as well as an NFL player. He's played with the Patriots, drafted by the Patriots, played with the Browns, back to the Patriots, and then came to the Detroit Lions. So this is his 3rd team. He's been with 3 teams in over 8-9 years. He is our playmaking linebacker. At 31 years old, he's our best guy. Captain of the D. He will be wearing the green dot most of the time, I would assume. And he's the old man of the team. Now, this is the guy that is our best linebacker. Like I said, best middle linebacker. Anyways, best middle linebacker. Might be our best overall linebacker because, you know, Romeo's getting moved over there and stuff like that. But I still think that Jamie Collins is the best linebacker on the team. Now, this is a sorry group of linebackers. You know, if I'm gonna say so myself, it's sorry. Okay, not as bad as the safety room, but it's bad. If I'm gonna give this group a grade, which I am, it's a D+. You can't say anything really great about a linebacking unit when your best linebacker is 31 years old. Okay, been in the league for 9 years. That's our best guy, 31, and it's not bad that he's 31 years old. You know what I mean? That's not a bad thing, but. Nobody in this middle linebacker unit can touch him right now. Second best, in my opinion, is Alex Anzalone, and it's a guy that's never been healthy. He can't stay healthy. He's got all kinds of talent, but he can't stay healthy. He just can't. Super athletic, but just can't stay healthy. It worries me. And then you got guys like Jelani Tavai, as the number 3 middle linebacker on his team, and that's frightening. Not in a good way. It's a bad thing. Then you got a rookie we have to depend on that everybody thinks is going to come in here and be the next Ray Lewis. He's not going to be. He's not Ray Lewis. Not right now. I don't know what this kid is right now either. He's a pass rusher and a run stuffer, my opinion. I like his game, but he's a guy that needs to be developed, Derek Barnes. And then forget about Sean Dion Hamilton. You know, he has some ability. All these guys got ability, but this guy just has never put it together. He's never put it together, and it's only his 4th year. He's still really young. He might be a guy that might turn some heads, but he's in Detroit. He's going to turn some heads in this linebacker room. This linebacker room is pathetic. So it's just, and then you got guys like, and then you got Anthony Pittman. You know what I mean? It's a sorry group of linebackers, man. Of middle linebackers. It's just not impressive. I'm surprised I even gave him a D. You know what I mean? A D+. That's what I gave him. I gave him a D+. So that's the video, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, get all my videos, and don't forget to like and comment. It's all about the likes and the comments. Let's go, guys. Thanks a lot for the video. Boom.